Welcome back. Now we're still joined by Nnamdi Anekwe, and he was giving us some tips on how to move forward from where we are. Nnamdi, there's been also some complaints of complacency now with the security agencies. Do you think that is also one of the problems or the issues that is hampering the success in the fight to get the country secured?
Well, we don't have we've not seen a policy document from this current government about national security. We've not seen a very severe action or a call to action by the security authorities to, to tell us that on top of this situation. What we see is a pattern, situations, we have intelligence being gathered and being rendered, and until the situation goes out of hand before the Nigerian security authorities wake up. This Arebo situation, there was a colonel that was in charge of OP Mesa. In 2010, he was on channels the other day talking about how he was, writing intelligence report on how to deal with the Arebo vandalism. But nobody, listened to his reports until you have to start deploying military helicopters and assault helicopters to root out some of these militants. Then you have the Benue situation. I'm just giving you an instance. You have Benue situation where these villagers, they keep complaining about the influx of, killer headsmen. Nobody listening to them until they attack them. We need to be on the offensive. We cannot just sit back and say, okay.
So just in wrapping up, what should we be doing moving forward?
What should we do is we need to, bring about all the elements of our national power in terms of resources. We need to hold, the president has to hold the Ministry of Interior to an account. Who is the IGP? Who is the director of the SSS? What are they doing? These communities that are being attacked left, right, and center, they need to deploy men, and not just in deployment, they need to deploy men who can go on counter-offensive, counter-intelligence. These are not just theories. These are actionable, these are actions that they need to take in order to like for instance, the kidnapping situation we're having in the southwest, southeast, and so many other places. We need a tactical team that can actually dismantle the kidnapping syndicate. But we are not seeing some of these things. We see people kidnapped, ransom is paid, they are released. But we don't see a proper policy, a proper strategy to go after these kidnapping syndicates. And what we should be talking about is a national security strategy to counter some of these insecurity that we are having.
All right, Nnamdi Anekwe, security analyst. It's a pleasure to have you again on the program. Hopefully in 6 months we'll do this again and see where we will be at that time. But thanks for coming to the program and sharing your thoughts.
Thank you very much
with us. We see your comments also coming through our social media platforms. We're going to take a look at some of them and also review the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. That's after the break. Stay with us.
This week's top 5 videos begins with the loss of property in the St. John's area of Port Harcourt, the River State capital.
I want to see, of course, we've written to the EFCC and the anti-corruption agencies
Up next is the former chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation submitting petitions to anti-graft agencies on the alleged padding of the 2016 budget. In third place, the Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, bears his mind on the deregulation of the downstream petroleum sector.
All this period, I've never had the word padding being an offense under any law. If I don't know...
And the video of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Yakubu Dogara, insisting that padding is not a crime. Therefore, he won't resign, takes the second spot.
Our people that they kill almost 3 people. The one that I saw with my 2 eyes. They killed 3 people and they even took them with arrows in their body. So,
while the attack on a village in Adamawa State by herdsmen, which claimed the lives and property, tops this week's most viewed videos.
Well, there you go, the most viewed videos on our YouTube channel in the past week. Such stories coming from Kadamun village in Adamawa State, and hopefully this menace will be nipped in the bud soon. However, with Nigeria's over 170 million population, more personnel who are interested in the profession need to be hired to secure the country. More importantly, Nigerian security operatives need to fully embrace the use of technology to help curb and respond to distress calls as fast as possible. And that's the program this week. Thank you for watching. I am Victor Mathias, but do also remember the conversation doesn't end here. It continues via the social media addresses showing on your screen. Goodbye.